All right, welcome to the Morning Spike, is where all the Nerd Huddle comes together and helps you out with fantasy football. But today, no more fantasy football. This is the end of the football season, 2021, 2022 season. Sad day, but the big celebration for the finale, Super Bowl 56, right? Brain fart.
I don't understand why we use Roman numerals. I just don't understand. It doesn't save any space. I could write a 5 and a 6 way faster than I could understand what that is. LVI.
LVI.
I think it just looks cooler, to be honest. I don't mind it.
I mean, so like in a few years, it's gonna be LVIII.
Yeah, like it's gonna be like
for 58.
You know who else uses this though? Nobody else really uses it though. I don't know.
No,
I think it's kind of unique.
People nobody else using those numerals.
Yeah.
What is this?
So yeah, that was a question on our last week's trivia show that we had. So that's up on. I cut just the show out, and that's up on the Nerd Huddle side. I know Martin was playing, but you were out doing army stuff. Right.
In between,
I was just hitting buttons,
Super Bowl questions. Yeah,
I was hitting buttons, kind of, whatever. And I knew, and then on top of some of those questions were old as hell, and I didn't even know who or what they were. So, right.
I mean, that's why Fredo won. Exactly.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
Everyone was like, "Well, I don't know. I wasn't born yet." Fredo's like, "I was."
I tried to keep them to somewhat bigger ones and bigger names. There were a few that were kind of like records that weren't like that haven't been broken in a while. You know, like that the rushing touchdown from scrimmage, 75 yards. I was like, really? With all the great running backs we had in the Super Bowl, the last one that do it was dude from the Steelers. It's like a while ago. Like, okay, so.
Well, that
was fun.
Good question. The problem was Fredo was the only one that knew it.
Yeah. So, but it was fun, man. I know Martin was the one that came up with like Kahoot, and I completely forgot about Kahoot. So that was good. I feel like everyone can play in those instant, so a lot quicker. So that was pretty fun. So we'll definitely do some more of those in the off season. Some random stuff. Maybe some we'll do one around draft season with like some draft questions.
Let's do free agents. Things like that.
Yeah. It was the Super Bowl was easy because the stats there's so many stats and like so many pages that keep Super Bowl records. So, but I'm sure. But speaking of drafts and this and that, we have 2 first round draft QBs going at it this today. Shit. Yeah. We have one from 2 years ago and one from 13 years ago.
I remember when Stephon came out. I loved him. I was like, he's amazing, and he's athletic. He has the big arm. He's accurate. He has like if you were building a quarterback, it was Matthew Stafford, and then he went to Detroit, and that was it. That was the end of it.
He still is. The problem is he just never had anybody near him or around him to.
He had one of the greatest receivers of all time.
Yeah, but that was it though. Like you can't do much when you only have one weapon. You need more. You need, not only your offense, but you need your defense.
Yeah, defense is always trash.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, he's had
that organization.
What was that? Oh, the whole trash. Yeah,
trash. I mean, they had opportunity when they had a great defense, and they had Stafford, and they had Megatron, and they just wrong coach, wrong everything. They're terrible. That's why I think Detroit's just destined to always lose.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, they screw everyone over. I mean, Swift's career is gonna go nowhere. With being over there. I mean, it's they
got a little faith in
Calvin
him?
Johnson.
We were talking about our show that I disagree with all that. I really do.
Really?
We were talking about it on our show that the Lions this year showed us a little bit of a fight. They lost by margins, like small, not like by a single touchdown or by a field goal. This season, that's the closest I've ever seen the Lions actually potentially have a much better season than any other season. I think they're few pieces away to actually turn heads. And hopefully if they continue this, maybe we see them actually being on the winning side of their division.
I've seen them potentially one of the top 5 rushers of all time, probably the greatest runner of the football of all time, have ruined his career to a point where he retired than rather stay with them. I've seen Calvin Johnson run over people, catching balls that just didn't make sense, and somehow they ruined his career.
Again, only one weapon and one era, where now you can potentially have multiple weapons. That defense is pretty good. Ish.
I mean, they had some guys. I mean, they've had some tight ends. They've had some people. I always felt like they made bad decisions. When that year with Jim Caldwell, that was a good team. And then that team, if they would have came back the next year, they would have been a really tough team again. But once again, the organization gets in the way. Or they make contract disputes with people, or they don't want to pay their prime guys. The organization always gets in their way. They build these teams. They have these old lines that are like dominant, and you're looking like this team should win, and they always find a way to lose. And then they piss off the people that were winning. That's why they have one playoff appearance and no wins. Like it's terrible.
Yeah.
But you really think the Bengals would have been in the same position?
They're not Detroit.
Yeah, I know, but you would never have thought that, though. I'm telling you, like sometimes these organizations get a little bit better. I mean, I'm just saying, I have a feeling, and I'm saying this way too early, but I think that we have something going on potentially with Detroit. And I know you've seen it, but I don't know. I disagree. I think that we might see next season, we might come back around and I'll feel a little bit better about myself.
If they have a quarterback, I would even almost agree with you. But they got rid of the one quarterback they ever had in the franchise history that was really, really good. Like talent-wise, Stafford's a top 5 quarterback talent-wise. He has.
No, I think that was the right move. No, I really think that was the right move.
Because they ruined him already. So I mean, that's
clearly not. He's in the Super Bowl.
He has all the talent, everything around him.
Even Jimmy Mills compared to Rodgers.
Yeah, he's crazy. No.
Yeah. No,
Look, all I'm saying is actually, you say he ruined. I don't think he got ruined. Like obviously he's made it here. Stafford's got at least 2-3 years in the tank, and that's only because he's kind of old.
But I think that you
beat up
how to win. I think that's what it is. Not that he's talent-wise won't be able to do it. You forget what it takes to win the big games. And Stafford, did everything for Detroit. Stafford has 46 fourth quarter comebacks, game-winning drives. He's done all these things for Detroit, and Detroit still found a way to lose. he has done it, but I think you forget what it takes now to win after a decade or decade and a half of just losing every day.
So you're saying he's going to lose today?
I hope he wins. But it's hard for me.
He forgot how to win, right?
I'm hoping someone else wins for him.
Cooper Kupp reminded him. He's like, oh, hold up.
Look,
I still think he throws 2 interceptions. He throws 2 interceptions in every game this playoff.
Look, I got hope for the Lions. I really do. I have a little bit of hope for the Lions. They showed me a little bit of life this season that I never thought I'd ever see. Same thing with the Bengals. Bengals pulled off a surprising win. They're here. They made it to the game. I really think that the Lions have a small chance that I think that it's not going to happen next season. Potentially, like if everything works right, if they keep Campbell there, I think everything will be okay.
See, that's what I was going to bring up was Campbell. Is he the guy? I don't think he's the guy.
Dan Campbell, he's a crazy tight end.
Yeah, exactly. He's a crazy tight end that go out there and fight each other.
He's the guy that's
like
headbutting the lockers before he walks out. So that's that guy.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what they need. Maybe they need some crazy. I don't know, man. But look, you can't
he's
tell me
gonna be there for 2 more years and he's gone.
You can't tell me that they almost thought and they almost had you on the edge of your seat at least a couple times this season, thinking that they could have won.
Yep, and then they lost to the Bears twice.
Which it doesn't matter that game. Look, shut up about your stupid Bears. It doesn't matter who or what is. The fact is that they did it multiple times with different opponents. Okay, it's here's what I'm gonna see for the next couple seasons. I really think that it's gonna be the Bears, Lions, and potentially the Vikings. If the Vikings gonna take a little bit longer, but I think it's gonna be the Bears and the Lions, top 2 for the next couple seasons. I really think so because the way everything's transitioning in that division, I think that either Keelan Mond is going to be the next it thing, which he did fantastic in Senior Bowl last year. Mm-hmm. He could be the answer, but I don't know. His accuracy is a little worrisome. But yeah, I know. But he had a whole season to work with that with Kirk Cousins. You're right. Okay, this is why you sit your rookies. This is why you sit them. You work with them, and Justin Fields. People are saying, or I'm not saying people, but I've heard, and I actually agree with this, but maybe what Justin Fields went through is something that some rookies need. Okay, and it's a horrible situation. The man got beat up left and right, and he now knows what it is to he's experienced the worst. It could only go uphill from now, and I think that's probably why. If I think that what's his face went from Green Bay to Chicago, the quarterback's coach.
Yeah. The quarterback coach.
I think he is gonna mold Justin into the next it thing, and I'm excited for that. And this is why I think that the Bears are probably potentially gonna be the number 1 division team next year. Again, this is all early, okay?
Yeah, of course.
I just can't let people trash on the Lions anymore because I think that we might potentially see them do some things. They are a few pieces away, and I know you have that smirk and smile. What?
You really believe in golf?
I didn't say golf. Who the hell said golf? Nobody said golf. I'm saying the Lions are a few pieces. He is not their guy. He's not their guy. Because they're a few pieces away. All we need quarterback is a piece. It could be next season.
From Chicago. We know. Yeah. The quarterback.
We lived our whole life. Well, no. But we lived our whole life with Detroit being a few pieces away. Because the same thing with the Bears. The Bears have always been a few pieces away, a good coach away. Detroit will always find a way to lose because that's what they do. Yep. That's what they do. And they've always been a few pieces away. There's been so many seasons where I'm like, oh shit, they're a good team. And then next season, when you project them to be great again, they pull a Redskin or Washington Commander, whatever the hell their name is now. Where they're gonna be a playoff team, and then they lose horribly. That's what's gonna happen with Detroit. They probably gonna have another season like this season, and then that's gonna continue for a couple years, and then Dan Campbell's gonna leave because he's gonna be over their bullshit, and then it's gonna go back down to barely winning a game. That's what Detroit does. They're like, oh, almost had you, like the little fish, and the thing is like, that's Mark right or Martin right now. He's like, Dan Campbell and the Lions are like, come on, you knew you want to root for us.
I've seen teams develop, and I've seen it happen. Look at the Cardinals
without a quarterback.
Okay, look, oh my gosh, enough with the QB. Look, I know what they need.
It's terrible. And
okay, but look, I see this. I
I
make these weird predictions, and I'm somehow I'm right. All right, nobody thought that I was right about the Cardinals this season. Look what happened. They won goddamn nearly 10 games. Well, they did, and then they folded due to injuries, and obviously D-Hop was the guy. But everybody thought I was stupid and crazy when I said that the Cardinals were going to do good this season.
No, I thought it was good too.
It's just look, I see this happening, and you got me fired up about the Lions. I'm not even a freaking Lions fan, but I think it's going to happen. Look, you can prove me wrong when we come back here next 2 years, all right? But it's not going to happen next season.
It won't be me. I also be sitting there looking at the Lions like they do.
Look, it's
right now. It's history. It's history. I mean, you got to prove history wrong. Because
the Bengals clearly did. The Bengals clearly did.
Thank you.
Yes, but the Lions been losing for even longer. Do you remember that team when they had Ndamukong Suh? They had the best defensive line. They had great linebackers. They had great cornerbacks. They had everything, and they had Stafford still, and they had Calvin Johnson still. They had a good offensive line. And somehow they still lost 10 games. You're like, how did you lose 10 games? Does it make any sense?
At the time, the Packers and the Bears were also at their prime as well. Vikings were not.
Got rid of their coach. Caldwell did good 1 year, and then they came back. They said they're going to be great next year. They got rid of Caldwell, and guess what? They lost again. And they started all over again. And the Detroit Lions did what the Detroit Lions do. It's just over and over again. Eventually, you hope that eventually they look up to it, but we haven't looked to a quarterback until Justin Fields. So I don't believe it. Until I see it, I won't believe it.
You won't believe that you guys don't have a QB.
Even then, I'm still on the fence with seeing Justin.
I love Justin.
All the pieces are there for Justin to become great.
But we know how to ruin quarterback.
Yeah, it's still kind of scared. Like
he's just so negative today, man.
It's our division, man. We wake up with Aaron Rodgers staring at us with his damn MVP trophies and one Super Bowl. You know about like I was gonna put like you ever seen that Bart Simpson with the cake? At least you tried. That's Aaron Rodgers every year. He's like, I won the MVP, but no Super Bowl. I choked in the playoffs. He's like, at least you tried. We got some comments. So Jimmy's saying Bengals by 6. I'm telling you. All right. We got Jimmy going for the Bengals. Stafford throws a pick 6 to Eli Apple.
So Burrow doesn't
pick 6.
Burrow doesn't throw pick 6s either. And who has the best cornerback in the game? I'm just asking. Burrow throws interceptions too, and you have a defensive line that's going to hurry him up. And you have Jalen Ramsey on the other side. It just, I don't know.
Is it going to be Rams?
I think it's going to be Rams. I think it's Rams by 10.
If Burrow gets sacked a lot, like another 9 times again, there's no way. There's no way because they're not going against Tannehill, who's going to throw another 4 interceptions. They're going against Stafford, who probably throw a couple, but it's not going to be bad.
They'll get one each. Probably at least minimum. Minimum is going to be one interception each.
Yeah.
Bengals defense isn't a joke either. Logan Wilson is a man.
Oh, yeah.
He is one of the greatest linebackers, and I'm saying that like right now, he is one of the greatest linebackers in the league right now, and it's sad to say that nobody knows about
him. Didn't Stafford throw 6 pick 6s during the season? I don't know,
but I know Burrow.
I don't think
he's thrown less than Burrow. Oh, that's for sure.
Burrow was throwing pick 6s all over.
He's thrown less picks than most QBs in the league right now.
No. So Stafford led the league in picks this year, I believe, and Burrow, I believe, led in overall turnovers or something like that, and sacks. So I mean, those are the kind of things you see.
Hold on, Stafford threw more.
Yeah, I believe so.
Really?
It's not something I looked up, but it's something that I 17. So yeah, 41 touchdowns with 17 interceptions.
Yeah, and there's probably no way of knowing how many of those were pick sixes.
Yeah, there's a say.
Yeah.
But when you throw the ball a lot, that's kind of what comes with the territory.
Yeah. And then he always, I mean, he's got Cup down there with, so he's always kind of throwing bombs, but also same thing with Burrow. You know, you got Higgins and Chase. When you're throwing bombs a lot because you have the guys down there, you're gonna, you know, it's just gonna happen. You're gonna throw some interceptions. But that I mean, for me, that's an easy risk. It's an easy risk with a high reward. It's like you bomb it down to Higgins, Chase, or Cup, or even OBJ. Like, okay, like, and I think that's what's gonna happen a lot today. You're gonna see a lot of deep balls. He threw 4. Or no, I think he threw 4. What he said. He threw 4 pick sixes. That's not too bad.
I mean, as I said, Burrow, I know I'm gonna think about he probably threw 3. You know, I mean, it's just not enough for it to matter, and you know, whatever.
What about, like, I'm talking about postseason though? Like postseason,
they've both been on their game, except for the Tennessee game.
No, I think Stafford beats him in the postseason, right?
I don't think they did. I don't know. I'm trying to remember. Did they throw? I think last week against the Niners, not last week, 2 weeks ago, whatever. He threw an interception, didn't he? But it wasn't a pick six.
Yeah. So he's at a quarterback rating of 96.3 with 1,106 yards or 1,110 yards already. 6 touchdowns, 3 interceptions in 4 games.
In the postseason?
Yes. I got a question though, guys. So let's just say if the Rams win today, is Matthew Stafford a Hall of Famer?
I don't know.
I don't know about that. I look.
My answer was no first, and then I start looking at the numbers.
I think so.
Stafford's numbers are like Aaron Rodgers' numbers. They really are very similar.
Yeah.
It's the thing is that the touchdowns is the only difference, but everything else they're right in line with. It's
he
crazy.
Might be, but I don't know. But in the fact that if he gets a Super Bowl ring, it might help out his chances.
Yeah, if he wins Super Bowl ring
For sure.
and Super Bowl, he might be a Hall of Famer. He would have the same amount as Aaron Rodgers. He has similar yards, similar completions, a higher percentage. You know, not the touchdowns, and not the MVPs. I think the MVPs would put Rodgers over the top.
Yeah.
But, you know, I'm just saying that it's Rodgers is the first ballot Hall of Famer. Maybe Stafford makes it in. This game can mean a lot.
Oh, it means everything. Look, I'm gonna tell you right now. The story behind some of these players is amazing. In my biggest one right now is what shocked me. If you guys watch the NFL Honors, did you guys watch that?
Yep.
Part of it.
Andrew Woodward is just that man. He needs it. Like, this is the perfect exit for him if he gets Super Bowl. He is 40 years old, still playing at the top tier at his age.
That's crazy.
It's amazing. And you know, one thing he didn't mention during his speech, besides the Derek Barnes thing, was pretty cool. With him and Derek Barnes of the Lions, the linebacker, the sophomore, that blew me away. But another amazing story is Joe Burrow and him are really good friends. And he's never played a snap for Joe Burrow, which is amazing. People forget about that. He was on the Bengals for most of his career. And this is how he met Derek Barnes in Cincinnati. And in Cincinnati, he used to hang out with the Boys and Girls Club. And Derek Barnes, during his speech, he came up running up to him. And on one of the games, and he didn't know who he was. He's like, he didn't know if it was like somebody's kid or somebody's coach's kid. He helped out or something. He didn't know. Came up to him and basically Derek Barnes says, "Hey man, hey Big Wit, you probably don't know who I am, but you used to go to the Boys and Girls Club all the time when you were a younger Cincinnati Bengal, and you used to come over all the time. You used to sit with me, talk to me about life and everything. And again, I just want to tell you that the only reason I'm here is because of you."
Yep,
He is now in his second year with the Lions, and Derek Barnes is one of the best linebackers in the league. But again, he's I think that he's going to make himself an established. He's already a leader in the Lions. And he told Big Wit that, and he goes, "The reason I'm here is because you told me to never give up and always dream of what I wanted, and here I am. I just wanted to let you know that I'm here because of you." And that struck him obviously to this day, because it made his Walter Payton Award. Another reason is so this goes bring back to Whitworth and Joe Burrow, how they're friends, is they had the same injury last season.
Yep.
And they both were in LA. They flew Joe Burrow out here to be with the medical training staff during the offseason. They had barbecues together. They hung out together. And I think they watched, and I think one of them, Whitworth called Burrow. He's like, "Hey, what are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, I'm just sitting in my hotel." He's like, "Well, you want to come over to my family's place and we'll watch the NFL draft together." So they watched the draft together last season, getting rehabilitated and everything. And they had became the best of friends. And which is crazy is they talked about Cincinnati all the time, because obviously he was there for the longest time. This guy's been in there for less than 2 years, and they became the best of friends. So it's really cool to see that back then that these guys were in the medical staff, beat up, like trying to rehabilitate. A whole year later, here they are, and they're in the biggest game of their lives, and they're against each other. I think that was just amazing. But Andrew Whitworth, man, if he doesn't get it, I'm gonna be very, very sad, because not only does he need it, like Stafford needs it too, and everyone's focused on Stafford. But I think that the biggest career ending would be with Andrew Whitworth getting off with the Super Bowl ring, and I think it'd be the coolest thing ever.
I know.
Yeah.
That Barnes thing, that really got to be, spending time with the Boys and Girls Club. And he said, like, through all that stuff, you're the reason I'm here. Like, and he said he was walking to him with purpose. He said, "This is a big kid, so I didn't know what he was going to do. He's trying to fight me. I do something in the game. I don't know what happened, And he comes and says, "You don't remember me, but you came and you spent so much time. You told me never give up on my dream, and you're the reason I'm here." And that's just hearing that just blows anyone away, and also tells what type of person you are. And sometimes being a good person is enough.
Yeah,
Not
and that was
that
was his whole thing.
Just because. I think that's
inspired him. Yeah,
that's the whole Burrow, the Joe Burrow thing. The same thing. Just being a good person is enough sometimes, and you don't get that all the time. You don't get
you don't know who you're going to impact, and that was his whole thing about it. He's like, invest some time in somebody. Like you spend a little bit of time on somebody, you never know what's going to happen. And that's exactly what happened. He invested his time at the Boys and Girls Club, and he inspired others. He didn't even know he did it, but that's what happened. Wow, look. Okay. So yeah, that was that. And I remember just watching that, and I was just like, damn, dude, like that's just blown away. Good morning. Sunshine. Jesus, I'm surprised you're here. I didn't think you were gonna make it.
He's like, "I'm surprised I'm here."
This dude just probably rolled out of bed, threw a hoodie on, splashed some water in his face, and put a hat on. Huh? That's exactly what you did.
Except for the splashing of the water on the face, I didn't do that.
Oh,
just. Well, what would have been funny is like you just like are still in bed with your phone.
I thought about it.
Yeah,
he would have pulled what's his face from the first Iron Man. Damn, when Tony calls him from overseas about the Jericho, and he calls him on his phone and he's on his bed. That would have been the scene with Mark.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would have been funny. But yeah. I mean, like he's going back to what Martin was saying, was like, I think ending a career with a Super Bowl win is always like the dream, you know. And especially with QBs, they tend to overreach sometimes. And it's like, if Stafford wins, like you say, he's still young, but does he just kind of like call it quits, or do you think he's gonna try it? I mean, he's got money. He can go after money easily after this, and he can go after something bigger, a Hall of Fame kind of opportunity. You know what I mean? If I think, where was it? Jimmy just said it too. After thinking about it, it would be easy, especially if Stafford wins the Super Bowl MVP. So I mean, if he gets a Super Bowl MVP, you know, does he try to get a season MVP and really try to like get it, like get that?
If you win 2, you're guaranteed to be a Hall of Famer. And he's 34 and he has all type of records. I mean, his stats are crazy.
Yeah,
he could catch a lot of people. So I mean, he could definitely do it. And he's 34. He let him play 4 more years.
Yeah,
with that,
I mean, him and Cup alone are going to be like a crazy. You know, it's like if they win and I was like Cup, and I'm like, all right, hey, let's go after some records now. Like, let's win again, but let's put our names in the record book. You know, like, you know, let's beat Brady and Moss's record. Like that, I don't know. That's just me. But how many years he has on his contract with LA? I'm not sure. He didn't sign a long contract, right? I know that.
I'm not sure. I
don't know. I think the Rams gave up like essentially 3 first-round picks for him. I don't think they want him to retire anytime soon.
Yeah.
I'm sure McVay's probably thinking the same thing.
Well, they talking about him. He's leaving.
McVay, really?
Yeah,
where's he going?
He had to confirm that he's going to be back for 2022. That was just crazy.
Interesting.
He decided to acquire QB Lions, a 5-year, $135 million deal that runs through the 2022 season.
Yes.
Yeah, he said. Yeah, that would be so. After next year, he'll be a free agent.
Yeah.
As Braden let us know.
2023. Yeah.
There we go.
UFA.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
UFA 35.
That's our guy, man.
UFA.
Yeah,
that's our guy.
That's the guy.
The guy.
He's one of the guys. He's one of the guys. We have multiple
for
guys.
It's already here. Oh, man.
He is the stat guy. But yeah. Shit, man. Stafford in 2017 became the highest paid signing.
Mm-hmm.
And so he's the highest paid, and then they traded him.
His career earnings will be $158 million at the end of 2022.
Yeah. Yeah. Damn.
I don't know.
So,
do you think this is like a run for the Rams? I think this might be a one and done. Even with Aaron Donald, which I think I want him to win the Super Bowl more than anything, because I think he's been the best player in the NFL for the last 4 years. And I want to see him win the Super Bowl. But I don't know. They're so far over the cap. I don't know how they can continue to do this. I don't even know how they're going to sign Stafford.
Yeah. Shit, I don't know. How much is the money is not going to change enough where, because I know like next season it's going to change a little bit because of the whole COVID issues. Yeah, so it's not changing a lot, but yeah, I don't know. And Jimmy said
they got people all over the place.
The NFC is now basically LA. They have the most complete team in the NFC. I see them going 2 to 3 straight Super Bowls.
I mean, I think next year they'll be good too, but then after next year, I think is when, and I think that's literally when you could see McVay leave too. I'm sure he'll get a nice penny to go coach somewhere else.
Well,
he probably knows too.
That's what the whole thing was. He said, I have other things in my life that I wanted to accomplish. That's why I started doing this so early, because I don't want to be here doing this stuff at 50 and 60 years old. So he had to really confirm that he's going to come back next year, and he had to release a statement. Yes, I will be back for 2022. He didn't release a statement saying I'll be back for the next 10 years or 5 years. He said I will be back for 2022. I thought that was really telling that he might take a little break.
Yeah,
he's so young still.
Yeah. What do you say? Well, he was 50. How old is he?
McVay's the 38. No, 36.
38. No, holy shit.
He's young. He's 30.
He's 36, and then the coach for the Bengals is 38.
36.
It's the youngest coaches to ever face each other in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Wow. He's only 2 years older than Matthew Stafford.
Yeah.
Yep.
Think about that. Yep. He's only 2 years older than the starting QB. Like that's crazy.
Andrew Whitworth is older than both head coaches.
Man, that dude's older than everybody on that field.
He's actually the oldest person in the NFL now that Brady retired.
No, I agree with Brady.
Yeah,
he's older than dirt, man.
Can you imagine McVay getting $18 million to go be Monday Night Football, and a coach that knows what's going to happen beforehand, that has all the relationships? He can make more money on TV and have time with his family.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And do that for a little while. I mean, especially as your kids get older, you think about that. Like, okay, my son's about to start playing basketball or whatever. You know, I want to be there for that. You know,
isn't that what happened to Bill Cowher? He's like, I'm gonna take a break, and then he started doing TV, and he never went back.
Yep. So I'm gonna take a break, and then he would spend time with his daughters and his grandchildren. And he was like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
I get paid the same amount of money to not work as hard. Yeah,
less stressful.
Yeah. ESPN. I know from the rumors because I know ESPN, Disney, because ESPN's owned by Disney, they want to get that Thursday Night Football because now Thursday Night Football signed a contract with Amazon. So Thursday Night Football, I don't know if it's gonna be exclusively on Amazon and Twitch, or it also might play local. But they got the rights. Amazon got the rights for Thursday Night Football, and that's not too long of a contract. And I know ESPN they made a stride to like they want to own all of football basically. they want as much football on ESPN's. So
ESPN, the ABC, that makes sense. I mean,
yeah,
football's at a point right now. I don't think there's anything you can do to lose money. I don't think there's anything the NFL could do short of shooting multiple people in the Super Bowl while the game is playing on TV. Even then, they'll probably just be swept under the rug and blame somebody else. I don't think there's anything you could do.
Yeah, I mean, there's a really good chance that after CBS owns the next couple Super Bowls. Mm-hmm. After that, I'm really, 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 really convinced that it's going to become a pay-per-view. I agree. Whoever gets it, it could be easy because how many people are going to pay $50 to watch the Super Bowl? Everybody, every bar, every household. I mean, it would be easily the biggest pay-per-view every year. Amazon is looking for big names for their announced team. Yeah, and McVay could be that after. Yeah, he could too. And Amazon obviously got the money.
I don't know. I mean, even we were talking about the Super Bowl. I think what happens, people will just find a way around it. You know, they would, find a way to stream it somewhere or whatever.
Oh yeah,
there'll be such a big backlash that they'll pirate everything. So,
yeah.
Oh man, no.
What?
NFLHD.TV, baby. Come on now. There you go. Where's my little thing at? Hey, look.
There you go.
Hey, look. NFL HD TV. Look, I don't care how big it is. It's the proudest thing I've ever made. All right, look. That thing. It's awesome. It's a backfire to you guys. Look, NFLHD.TV. I don't care if you're in the NFL season or whatnot. Look, it's good. It's cheap. It's $50 all season. Like I'm telling you, even in the off season, you want to get your baseball and your basketball. Yeah, look. The only reason I do it is because of Red Zone. But yeah, you can take it over.
But they have everything. So $50 for 8 months is pretty dang good. There you go.
That's what they need to do. Yeah, script of pay-per-view. Let's do that right there.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, I see.
Sean
I see
Payton was
something.
hired at the age of 30. 30?
What coaching? So that'd be kind of lead. I don't want to get too much into the other stuff like that, but why a lot of people were upset was they were talking about was it Josh McCown? Was it Josh McCown?
Yep.
Was going like Houston was going after him,
Yes.
which is the stupidest thing ever. It was like no coaching experience, none,
Yeah,
no
yeah.
assistant, no
Coordinator.
unpaid intern, nothing. And then he's gonna become head coach. I would be fucking pissed. Let alone like the whole racism, shit with what Brian Flores is saying, but I'll just as a head coach in general, I'm like, what the fuck? It was like I'm so annoying. And Josh McCown I don't see him being a good coach in general. I was like, oh man. But yeah, so I was like, so that the McVay have experience before becoming a coach at 30, which is crazy.
Yeah, you remember they're all on the coaching staff together.
Oh yeah, he was part of the
McVay.
Washington football team
Yeah.
staff.
Yeah.
Was he? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
four
there
of
was
them
one
were,
time.
like, all
Yeah,
together.
there was one time it was Kyle Shanahan, McVay, LaFleur, and then the guy
LaFleur.
that just got hired in Miami. They were all on the same staff in Washington.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
under Mike Shanahan as the head coach.
Jimmy said I would literally stream that Super Bowl like I did WrestleMania as a kid.
I don't know.
Everybody would, man.
Oh
used to
yeah,
turn
everybody
on,
would.
turn on the channel and they'll scramble the vision, but you can still hear it. That's why I used to listen. I was like, pretend like I see it through the
Squint real
line.
hard.
Yeah. Oh, I saw the leg drop. I saw it. That would be it.
Yeah.
But I was saying about Aaron Donald, I really want him to win. I think he's going to be a madman out there today because once again, he's been the best defensive player for how long? And this kind of really solidifies him as that guy. He wins it today. It's over. We know he's one of those game changers. He's not Lawrence Taylor, but he's Lawrence Taylor like. He's those guys, those iconic defensive guys who no matter what, because you have them, you're going to be there. I think this is big for him. And then having Von Miller there too. I think they get. I'm gonna go over 6 sacks today for Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I could see that.
Yeah. I think we also said Von Miller was the last defensive player to win Super Bowl MVP. So
Yes.
yeah, so that's
Did it
really
against
big.
Brady when they were playing. I don't know, what was it, like a pick six or something that ended up winning? He got like 3 sacks that game or something like that. Can't remember why, but
Yeah, he was all over Cam Newton.
It
Killed
was Cam
Superman.
Newton,
He
that's
was
right.
kryptonite. Well, it wasn't Tom
Oh.
Brady. They were in the same conference.
No, you're right. I don't want.
Yeah.
Look,
what
Brady's
I'm saying.
in there all the time. I just
They probably played each other in the
I don't
conference
know.
championship game, though. That's probably true. I think Brady
Yeah.
went to like 30 straight of those. So
Yeah, right.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
One for Manning. Manning went through for like 5 yards. Was left hand. Still.
That's- How cocky is Eli Manning? Like he's like, I beat Tom Brady twice. Like, suck
he
it.
brings it up
Like,
every chance he gets.
I
Yeah.
know that's the only thing he's ever really done. Like he's like, I ruined the perfect season. I beat him twice.
you got to
Like-
give it to him though, man. Like nobody else.
Oh,
has
for
ever
sure.
did. He's the Patriot
I
killer.
agree.
Is what they used to kill. They used to call him. And that
I don't
was
know how
that
he
was his
did it.
thing. Hey, look, more props
Yeah,
to
that
him
look-
because
that look-
nobody else did it.
It was like the 2 best games he's ever played were those 2 games. Like by far, he's never played a game as good as that. Like I don't know if he just saved it for the right moment or what, but yeah.
Can you imagine if it weren't for the Mannings, Tom Brady would have 11 touchdowns. 11 Super Bowls. I mean, you have 11. You have all the figures. He'd be building.
Start putting it on toes. Start making a necklace. He's got a Super Bowl earring. If the Rams win, do you think it will be because the Rams star will shine bright? Also, what kind of Odell to get a ring too? I want Odell to get a ring. It would justify Odell a lot, I think, where he's not the problem, where so many teams claim he is.
Oh gosh, yeah, it would. Oh, you know, it's like
would that be the final nail in the coffin for Baker Mayfield?
I don't know about like it's like when you have like the evil guy in every story villain and the movie or the show just ends with them winning. That's how I view Odell. Like he was such a negative Nancy wherever he was at. Like maybe he did have some truth behind of what he was saying, but it just didn't make any sense. And now that he's here with the Rams and he's obviously producing like he's always bragged about what he's done, and then he wins, it's like do the Giants and Browns really suck, or is it this man really actually right? Like I don't know. Like this would be the story where the evil guy wins.
Yeah, Antonio Brown was the villain. We let the villain win. I was like,
no, that guy was just an idiot.
He is an idiot.
He wasn't even villain status. Like I don't even consider he was just an idiot. Like I'm sorry.
You gotta remember how good he is. That's what makes it so bad because he's so good. If he
should have gone to sports now, he's good.
but the image, oh my gosh, the image that I'll always have is just him being more stupid than he was great.
Yeah,
everyone's gonna remember him as the guy who jumped off the end zone at a Jets game.
Yeah,
that's the last image.
Antonio Brown is probably a Hall of Famer. That's how good he is.
But the problem is, like, he is stupid, but everything he said was right. Like, he showed receipts. He's like, hey, F these guys. It just, he went about it the wrong way. But everything he's claimed has been correct. He's like, Big Ben is a piece of shit. He's been saying that for so long. And then, like, years later, you find out, oh, yeah, Big Ben is a piece of shit. It's like, then you find out Bruce Arians. You're like, oh, yeah, they wanted me to do all this bullshit. And I'm like, no. And then, but he goes about it the wrong way. But everything he's claimed.
And run off the field and say,
100%.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Super ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, the one thing is, like, you don't fart in the doctor's face when they're doing the exam on you. Like, that's a little much, but
that's him.
But yeah. But I don't know if Odell is a villain, like you say. If anything, like, was he like the Thanos? Like, he's the bad guy until you figure out, like, oh, he was trying to save the universe, like, kind of thing,
That's a good spot. Yeah. Some of that was truth behind it.
Yeah, like he's the bad guy. Like he's the bad guy until you figure out, like, hold on, what was he really trying to do?
Yeah.
So
I think he was more of a scapegoat. Where the team struggled and they're like, "What do we do?" We're like, "Oh, we'll just blame him because he has a track record for it." So he's like, "Oh yeah, it was his fault." Well, and he's over there saying he wasn't doing anything.
It's just when he got mad. It was just so, like, you would see him just the only one on the sideline just throwing stuff and then, getting hit by field goal nets and stuff. Like, it was just everywhere. It was just him. Like, it was, okay, y'all losing, but you don't have to act like a child.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like Odell he might have been the villain in New York. In Cleveland, he was just a guy. And he was trying to find his niche. He was trying to find his way. He never really was able to find it. But he wasn't bad or anything. I think the biggest problem is that Baker Mayfield is just not a great quarterback. That's just what it is. Yeah, all the commercials, they're great commercials. I love watching the Baker Mayfield commercials, but he's not a good quarterback. He should probably just be a commercial maker. That's it.
Everyone's trying to do like Peyton Manning, like be a great quarterback and funny commercials. Like Peyton's the only one that can do both. And he said Von Miller beat the shit out of Brady in that AFC Championship game.
Yeah.
Manning's last year. Yeah.
Von Miller, when he's on, it's unblockable. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. And then I guess Jimmy feels a certain way about Eli Manning.
Because remember, he's a Tom Brady fan.
Yeah.
This was my
Antonio
favorite.
Brown's a super gremlin.
That was my favorite.
Antonio Brown's a super gremlin. That's
that was
funny.
my favorite right there, bro.
I'm sure there's a picture of like his face on one of the evil gremlin.
That's great. Oh, so I was looking up. I don't know if you guys know what the WTF stats are, but they said that in the last 3 of the Bengals playoff games, which would be Tennessee, Cowboys, and the Chiefs, the last pass thrown by opposing QB was an interception.
Yep. Remember that.
Think about it. The last 3 games of the Bengals ended in a freaking interception.
It's like a troll under the bridge.
One of the Lord of the Rings, like my precious.
Yeah. But yeah, that's interesting stat.
That is interesting. And what's crazy is like here's why if the Bengals do end up winning, goddamn it, if they end up winning, it's not going to be because of the offense. I'm telling you right now, it's going to be because Evan McPherson, man. If Evan McPherson is like damn near automatic right now in the postseason, he's like 12 for 12. He has not missed.
Yeah, no.
Which is crazy because at the beginning of the season, everyone was making fun of him as a joke when he did that preemptive celebration. This is the guy. He kicked it, turned around, thought he made it, and they're like, "No, rookie, you missed, guy. Like, relax." And it was just before halftime, so they went into the locker room probably laughing at him. But it's just funny that this is the guy, and he is 12 for 12 right now.
Well, that's the reason. He's the reason why I put I think I put $15 on the Bengals to the first score to be a field goal, because I feel like they don't get past like the 35-yard line, they'll get stopped, and then he's just gonna kick a 55-yard field goal for the first score. I can see it happening, and it's like plus 160. So I was like, hey, I'll take a stab at it.
It's just
and
crazy.
Plus 160.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
But we doing the flash draft. Like I'm doing some of these flash drafts. If his name falls in underneath, I'm definitely pick him up because I think that the Bengals are going to rely on him a lot. They have to.
This is the second coming of Tucker. I don't know about that.
He might be an Adam Vinatieri, but I don't know about Tucker.
You can't just evoke the name of Justin Tucker.
I'll give him Vinatieri. I don't know about Tucker.
Vinatieri. So what else kind of bets are you guys doing?
Oh, God.
I know you're doing the flash draft.
Those are so fun. Look, if you haven't done that, then I don't know what you're doing. This is the only time, the opportunity, the time to do it. Look, do you guys know what that is?
I've never seen 2 people so excited in their lives to win 89 cents.
Well, it's because it was a dollar one. It's because I didn't look.
Him and my sister. Oh my God, they were going.
I gave her my phone. I'm like, look, I'll let you bet $1, right? And it was just the fact that it was just so fun because like typically I'll do about $5 each quarter, and the turnaround is you win like a couple thousand or something like that because it depends on how many people actually enter too. So, but basically you get 5 rounds, okay, and in those 5 rounds you have 10 seconds to choose 3 players. So in those 3 players, some of them have a bonus like ×2 or ×1.5 or something. Sometimes you're lucky and you have both the receivers on the same team, very rare, or you have the kickers. So typically you get a quarterback, running back, whatever, but of the 3, it's random. You don't get to choose who. It just pops up. Of those 3, you got to pick. So you pick those 5 guys, and of those 5 guys, depending on how they do in just the quarter, and then you do at the second quarter, the third quarter, the fourth. So you get to draft 4 times in a single game. It's so much fun.
This is for the Chiefs and Bills game. You imagine having Mahomes and Allen in that fourth quarter?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh,
you had Allen and Davis.
I had Gabriel Davis with
Yeah.
Josh Allen. So yeah,
They were every time he threw that touchdown, they were like
it was
up and
exciting.
down.
It was
That was pretty cool
was,
though, because out of like
was a good game.
1,400 people, they finished like in the top 100. So
that's pretty
So
good.
is there a winner after every quarter, or is it the winner?
Yes, no,
after
there's a
the
winner
game?
after no, it's every
Okay.
quarter.
yeah,
Every
quarter it
quarter,
starts
and then-
over.
Yeah,
Okay.
All right. So
I could make one
got-
today if you guys want to do it. I think, pretty sure I can. It's between us, but we'll see.
I have a
Yeah.
5-pick parlay. I have the Rams -4.5. Cooper Kupp anytime touchdown score. Matthew Stafford throwing over 254.5. Joe Burrow throwing over 224.5, and Jamar Chase anytime touchdown score. And I put 15 in. And I win $120 if it hits. It's plus on 750.
And so who you say Chase just got a score?
Yeah, Chase score,
Chase and
Kupp
Kupp.
score. Rams win. Stafford over 254 and Burrow over 225.
Those are not bad.
Yeah,
I think
was
those
plus
are
750.
doable.
Yeah,
I'm looking at mine. I think I got the earlier in the week, the easier they are. The closer you get to the games, they become a little harder.
tighten up. Yeah.
I think I got this real nice, easy one. It's like, what is it? It's like two receptions from Joe Mixon. Look, man, if Joe Mixon fails me again, I'm done with him for the rest of my life. All I'm saying is I'm gonna try and find it.
Back on Hayden Mixon
I
over
wasn't
here.
ready for that.
Look,
I
I loved him when he came in. Failed me 2 years in a row because of stupid Gio Bernard. I'm
He's
trying
gonna
to
catch
find.
two passes, but one's gonna be like behind the line of scrimmage. It's gonna be caught.
I mean,
really
I have
there's
one. I have one of them. Anytime touchdown, T. Higgins. Anytime touchdowns, Van Jefferson with the Rams win. That was just another bold one. Then there was a boost of the Rams win. Matthew Stafford throw for 290 yards, and Odell Beckham Jr. catching a touchdown.
Yeah, I got that. Plus 300. That's great.
Yeah. Cooper Kupp to score anytime, LA to win anytime touchdown, and with the Rams win. And then I really think I can't find my Joe Mixon one, but then there's an anytime touchdown, Jamar Chase with the boost if the Rams win. So it's like Jamar has to still score, but he still has to lose. So there's different variations.
I got both teams score over 25 points. Joe Burrow and Matt Stafford throw over 250 yards. That's plus 550. I put $10 in. I get $65 from it.
Both teams over 25 points. Interesting.
Yep.
Last time the Rams were in the Super Bowl, the combined score was under 25 points.
It was under 20.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Jesus.
Yeah, it was like 13-9 or something like, or 13-6.
I think
here it is.
I don't think it's gonna be that bad.
The one I was looking for. Joe Mixon receiving yards 9.5. 9.5. All he has to do is catch one.
Mixon 3 receptions.
What? No, I said I don't know. Let me find it. It was a reception. It was pretty easy. Joe Mixon receiving yards of 9.5. That was the one I was looking for.
Was it plus?
Maybe you were contemplating doing that when we were doing our show on Wednesday or Thursday.
Maybe.
Yeah, what's the payout on it?
Yeah,
I parlayed it with some other ones. All I had to do was $5, which I parlayed it with Cam Akers reception, just 2 of them. Also 9.5 for Cam Akers. It was, and with the Rams win, $160.
That's not bad.
So I mean, it's just crazy how much betting that you could do now compared to back. We were talking about in our show that we had to drive 4 hours to Vegas.
Yep. I remember I went to Vegas and I got there. The book was like this thick of like
drop a couple of bing bings,
and that's just for the Super Bowl. Just for the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah, they get crazy. So I'm assuming you guys using DraftKings?
He uses FanDuel.
Yeah,
I use DraftKings. I guess he has issues with DraftKings. That's why he's he doesn't participate in our drafts.
Yeah, you can ask my family. I
That's
sat
what
on
he
the
tells us.
couch for
That's
like
what he
5
tells us.
hours trying to get into that draft for the championship games. Okay,
That's what
I drafted my team like 10 times,
Yeah, that's what he says.
and every
Yeah.
time he either kicked me
I've been-
out or was like,
Yeah.
"We need a picture of your ID to verify who you are or something," and I'm like, I didn't have any of this problem when I went to FanDuel.
Yeah, I had a lot of issues too with DraftKings. I can only do DraftKings on my computer. I can't mess with it on my phone for
Yeah,
whatever
see,
reason. It just doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
on my
do.
phone,
It was
right?
on the phone.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I'm not the only
I
one
haven't
that
messed with.
thank you.
I don't think I've messed with FanDuel too much.
FanDuel,
I
I have
don't
a
think
power thing I can't do with my phone.
Yeah.
They won't allow it. Yeah. So I just said, all right.
I think phones just in general are an issue. You know, even I tried. I have my VPN, and I tried like even doing like just in Chicago again. Still, it just gives me a lot of issues on my phone.
Here's the one. Here's the one I was looking for. The fun ones. Ready? All right. So, hold on. So, any kick to hit the uprights.
That's what I'm saying. I was saying any kick upright plus 400. Yes. Plus
coin tossed outcome -105. Color of the Gatorade poured on the winning coach.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's my favorite one right there.
Here's what's crazy about it: clear water, yellow or maybe green, none, unlikely, purple. It's just 1400 purple, and then red or pink is 1200, blue is 400, and orange is 300. So most people are saying, well, it's probably going to be the color of the winning team, but what's the likelihood of that happening? So we don't know. I typically like to go orange just because I feel like it's the more common one. It's easier. Like you go to the grocery store and they sell the big jars of it, so I figured the training staff would just buy a bunch of those. But yeah, next one is jersey number of the first touchdown score.
Over 23.5 plus 110. That's pretty good.
Yeah, so it's either under the 23 or over 23. And then the other one is who will win the Super Bowl 56 MVP? Who all right. Sorry. Who will win the Super Bowl 56 MVP thank first? Which city? Or his family, or his religion, or his teammates, any other, his coaches, like what will he thank first? And I have a feeling that it'll probably be his teammates, but
no, I think it'll be religion.
Maybe, but see, that's the thing. You can
I always go. I want to thank first and foremost. I want to thank God.
Yeah.
Especially Stafford. I can see him doing that. I can see Stafford.
Well, Cincinnati
Bengals, God,
Bengals,
and then his wife.
His wife for sure. His wife is a freaking soldier, man. Like I can't believe what she went through last year. Like that's also adds to his story. Like everything that she went through, just battled through. Like what was it, like a tumor or something?
Yeah, it was like she was sick or something.
Yeah, it was.
She couldn't even walk. She had to do therapy to walk again.
Yeah,
so.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
So there's other ones. Let's see. When Cincinnati Bengals. Will the Cincinnati Bengals win the coin toss and win the game? Yes or no, both for Rams and that. Now here's what maybe you guys can help me out. What will there be an octopus?
I don't know what that is. I just passed right over. I was confused.
Yeah, I don't know if either of you guys knew that. Will there be an octopus? I don't know what that is.
Do you know what it is?
Oh, I don't know. It's just can you bet on it? I don't know what that is. I'm just saying. Like,
oh my god, that popped up. I started and then it filled in Octopus Super Bowl.
Okay, so what is that?
Will there be an octopus?
Well, while you look at that, I'm gonna continue running this. Both teams have scored 20+ points. Cooper Kupp 100 yards rushing and 1 touchdown for Jamar Chase and 80 reception.
Yep.
Or receiving. Sorry.
I was like,
both teams to have 25 points. Joe Burrow and Matthew Stafford. 250+ passing yards. See, some of these I might do. This one's interesting. Cam Akers has scored the first touchdown, and then Joe Mixon's has scored the second touchdown.
Yep, and that's like plus big money.
Yeah. So I'm looking for the granddaddy of them all. And it looks like
Martin and I have a suspicion that Van Jefferson's going to get the first touchdown.
Yeah, that one I put on. I think it's a very good possibility. I think
They're gonna
just
go
let
all
him
in on
loose.
Cup, and then
Mhm.
Beckham will be probably really
and Sneaky
covered,
Ninja.
and then you'll have
Sneaky Ninja
Van
get it.
Jefferson over the top.
All
But
right,
they've done
so
that
here,
so many times.
here's what an octopus is. An octopus is a stat and or occurrence during the NFL game when a player scores a touchdown and the ensuing 2-point conversion. And then there's only been 169
8 points. That makes sense.
Yeah. So
That makes
there's
sense.
only been 169 octopi in the NFL history since the 2-point conversion was introduced in 94. Then there's another one, a scorigami, which is right under it. A scorigami is the exact final score that has never happened in NFL history where occurred during the game. So for example, no NFL game has ever ended with the final score 50-30, according to data from NFLscoring.com. So the prop bet better thinks scorigami, an exact final score that has never happened.
Like 7 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion, like 1.
Yeah.
And then why would you go for a
Exact
2-point
final
conversion?
score. I was trying to say, what does it mean, like exact final score that has never happened? Oh, that has never happened in NFL history before. So it has to be a score that's never, ever not, like the first time that score has ever happened. I get it. So no game has ever ended in a score of 50-30. Like there's no game that's ever ended that way. So that's interesting.
What? That would suck if it did, though.
You wouldn't need a 2-point conversion if you're up by 20.
Well, you could do 3 touchdowns and 3 field goals to get to 30.
Yeah.
And then 5 touchdowns and 5 field goals to get to 50.
That's a lot. Holy shit.
That's a lot of field goals. I was just doing that.
I said 7 touchdowns and a 2-point conversion. I mean, that's
yeah. So I'm assuming the 50-30 is the lowest score that's never happened before, because otherwise I think they would go below that. But scorigami is what it's called.
It's interesting.
Which is kind of interesting. But the octopus, I was like, huh? And obviously it says on there, sadly, they're likely, in parentheses, likely will be no physical octopus on the field. Like they had to say that. Because like, imagine an octopus coming out of the
octopus on the field. Like someone came and threw an octopus on the field. Would you do
that? That's like a hockey thing, though, isn't it?
I don't know. Yeah, it is. I don't know if the octopus that threw it on the field, you get the payout still.
If you're the guy that does it,
I'm just saying.
So why
if there's an octopus in the Gatorade bucket?
I looked
they pour them out.
50. Oh shit, that's not it either. So the granddaddy of them all, right, is a plus 8,000.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit.
And that one, let me see here. I just lost it, but it was plus 8,000. Odell Beckham Jr. to score the first game touchdown and to score the second game touchdown. And if you put a single dollar, $1 on that one,
$8,000.
yes. No. A single dollar would be 81. So if you put $5 on that, or even 10, like $10 would put 8,000. But
you put
you just basically multiply it by 10. But you just add another 0. But that's the biggest one. And there was something similar to that, but it involved Justin Jefferson, and that was a plus 55,000, which I could see him doing the score first touchdown and the second game touchdown. That one is a possibility.
150, 150 yards, and plus over 2 touchdowns. It's plus 900.
There's so many crazy things that if you hit a parlay on any of these, wow. You're not coming in to work Monday morning. No way.
Mark both over 125 yards. Each is plus 900. I'll just take a runner on that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Right. You did a parlay and then Odell Beckham Jr. plus 125 yards and more than 1 touchdown scored. If you did a parlay with those two and both those hit, Let me see.
You're gonna go dinner
He's like-
tonight. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
That's what's
Go
gonna
to
happen.
dinner.
You're gonna go dinner tonight.
Whoa.
All right. So, who do we all have before? Are we about to end it here soon?
Yeah. We'll start to end it.
All right. So let's start with Mark. I've asked you so many times on this show, but not our show. So, who are you gonna go with?
I'm gonna stick with my guns. I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Rams.
I said
Okay.
since before preseason started, so
You
I'm
did, and then
not gonna stop now.
yeah, and then you bounce back and forth. You feel like you wanted the Bengals, but yeah. So, I too am gonna go with the Rams. I just can't see this happening. I don't know what I don't know. I just can't see that O-line holding up. I understand that they did it, got sacked multiple times, and they still won, but that can't happen again. There's no way. No way. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Rams as well.
I'm going to Rams. Final score 34-25.
Okay.
34-25. Okay. Yeah, I'm going Rams as well. It's kind of hard not to, for everything you guys were just saying. So,
But I did hedge my bet too. I did put a $5 bet on the Bengals, just because if I lose all this money, I'll feel better just by seeing one win.
at least get some money back. And then Jimmy Mills going out on a limb here, saying that Brady's going to throw 0 interceptions and 0 TDs today.
I don't know. It's probably another guy with Brady name.
Unless he tries to throw that Super Bowl trophy again. Almost misses it. So then real quick, so this was our bracket that we came up with. So we obviously had the Chiefs winning, which somehow they choked. So we were mostly right. I think we got 1, 2, 3, 4 wrong out of the whole bracket. So that's not too bad. Because I kind of just covered up the ones that we picked incorrectly. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, look, Bengals. We thought they weren't going to get there, and then we didn't think they were going to get there. We were out of the 4 times that we were wrong, 2 of them were the Bengals.
Well, I blame Mahomes and Tannehill. All he had to do was not throw an interception. All he had to do was not throw an interception. They win. That's all.
Yeah. Well, when you think about it like that,
Mahomes only had to not have the worst game of his entire career.
the half, not even a game, a half. Yeah.
1.7 quarterback rating. What the hell?
Yeah. Jesus. Yeah. So we're going there.
Bengals by 6. So Jimmy says Bengals by 6, 33-27. I don't know about that, but we'll see. I mean, we're all going Rams, so that's all I got. We're all going Rams, and we're pretty good at what we do here. I mean, we're small, but I mean, at least we've gotten some people's championship, and our predictions are pretty good. So I'm gonna say we're all going Rams.
Also, we're really not going out on a limb either. I think Lambs are projected to win this kind of stuff. So
I don't know. A lot of public money is going on Bengals. People really believe Joe Burrow is it, and I just.
He's such a cool guy, man.
He is very cool.
Such a cool guy, man. And he's so calm and collected. I think that's what it is. I think he's that everyone sees that and they're like, oh, yeah, he could do it. I'm like, yeah, I don't know, man.
If Bengals win, do that. Oh, sorry to him.
If Bengals win, we'll all take a shot just for you, Jimmy.
Yes, we will. Yeah.
There you go.
Except for Mark, because he won't be here because he can't wake up on time. But the 3 of us will be here and we'll all take shots for you. How about that? All right.
I'll come in at 9 and take mine.
And then log back off, roll over back in bed. What a piece of.
If he comes on this phone, does a shot and go back to
bed. There you go.
At least when he moves to Indianapolis, he'll actually have a better. Bro, you better be there every Sunday if you move over there.
Oh, yeah, it'll be like 11.
Come down, see.
Yeah.
Shot.
shot,
No.
no.
6
shots
shots
if
if they win by 6. Okay.
Oh no, we gotta do a shot for every point they win by. Oh
No, because I still need to run this show, Jimmy. Okay.
Yeah,
Because
right.
at that point we're all gonna be slammed, and then there will be no show. So
This will be just
I like to go to work the next day.
They're gonna kick us
Yeah.
off.
no, the bet was I'll do a shot for you. How about that? Well, I'll do a shot just for you in the name of
Do a
Jimmy
shot.
Mills if the Bengals win, but I'm not worried because it ain't gonna happen. I'm sorry.
Not to worry about it.
Yeah. I mean, they've only won because they played against a crappier quarterback. So
Quarterback has done something that no one has ever done before. They throw it
Yeah.
interception 20 seconds left on the 35-yard line.
oh jeez.
I lost too much
All
money
right.
there. I've never given
I
that up.
remember. You were pissed. All right, guys. Anything else? So the game is 5:30 Central Time for us in the Midwest.
4:30 for us.
4:30 for you guys.
3:30
So
where the
it's-
Super Bowl is.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
I know, right?
Um,
It seems so early.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3:30
yeah,
on
they're super early.
the West Coast.
Enjoy the game, guys. You too. Enjoy it. Then yep. We'll probably post some pictures. I don't know what are you guys doing for Super Bowl before we head out? I think
Party with the family.
Yeah.
Martin's invited. I don't know if he's coming.
I probably will.
Nice.
I've been invited to so many things. I think I might end up. I'll stick with the family. Usually,
All right.
usually I'll do. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
Our favorite thing to
What about
do
you,
is
Brian?
do squares.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
How much are they this year?
I think it's $5 for. I think it's the same as last time. We don't do like extremely a lot of money, but I think last time I won like 3/4.
Nice.
Wow.
Oh, dude. At work, we did squares where like it's work related, so like the payouts isn't that much, but
Mhm.
all the like extra money goes to like a charity kind of thing.
Oh, gotcha.
So I got 4, and I always pick kind of the 4 in the same area. I have the best numbers. I have 7, 4, 0, 3, and another 0 and another 3. It's like fucking amazing. I was like, I'm gonna get all the quarters.
Yeah, no kidding.
People are like, how did you do that? I'm like, first of all, don't pick in the same column or row. Like, so many people pick like, oh, I have this number and this one. I was like, why would you do that? So yeah,
Nice.
I'm like,
that's
nice.
good.
I'm gonna go to work tomorrow and like, where's my money? Yeah. What are you doing, Brian?
I was planning on doing something, but now that I have to leave at 6 o'clock in the morning tomorrow, I'm doing nothing. I'm gonna be sitting in on my couch.
Sad.
I can't do 6 o'clock in the morning. Really? And I gotta drive.
Oh yeah.
So I hope that answers for you. We all went Rams earlier. So Jimmy,
Yeah.
last question. Are you guys excited for the halftime show?
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be.
That's gonna be it.
It's gonna be like the Michael Jackson one or the Prince one. It's on that level of excited right now. I'm like, I cannot wait to see what they do. I'm not very excited about the Tupac hologram I'm hearing about. I'm like, dude, he's been dead for over a
really?
year. Yeah,
I hear about that. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be excited for that either.
Come on, man.
Nah.
Give it
I
up.
can see them bringing in some special guests though. I can see them bringing in like some last
There's
minute
always
kinda-
one.
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
Method Man coming on with Mary J. Blige. I can see.
Who opens it?
That's the question we've been
I
asking.
think Dre's Snoop. It got to be. I think
Dre?
Because Dre-
Okay.
Because
think
Dre's with everybody because he's connected to Snoop. He's connected to Eminem. Eminem is the best. So I think Eminem probably has to be your closer because you put him in.
You think he's
That's
going to be
it.
close? See, here's what I think. All right, go ahead, Mark. Who do you think he's gonna
Oh, they can bring in the real Tupac.
Oh, can you imagine? Can you imagine?
So Braden says
stupid.
Snoop and Dre first. Okay.
That's why.
And so I think who do you think, Mark?
I mean, I don't know who'll go first, but I think Eminem goes last.
Yeah, he's the best. You have
Yeah.
to let him go.
So
And
now
Dre
you brought
is
that.
connection.
I think why he's the best. I think he's gonna come out first and then go do a wardrobe change and come back and end it.
So he does both. Yeah, I can see that too.
Yeah.
I
Hell
don't
See
yeah.
that too. Yeah.
There's
Him
5
and Drake.
artists. You know, at any time they can come back and change. How many times do they
But
change?
Drake, I
at
think
least
Dre's
within-
going to be out there for almost all.
What
Dre might be
songs do they
behind,
play?
Like
the
doing
question is how
DJ.
many. So about the wardrobe changing, right? Now I'm not saying like mishaps. I'm not going to go there. I'm just saying how many times will we see Mary J. Blige probably change different outfits? She'll probably come out in like 3 different ones. I guarantee you. They're probably going to take her off, put her back on for different songs. But at some point, I think they end it with all of them up on the stage.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
For
I
sure.
think that's-
Whatever special
that's how
guest they
it-
bring in.
I think
Yeah.
that's how it ended.
I
Does
mean,
he open up with
you know,
"It Feels So Empty Without Me"?
I don't know.
Is the Super Bowl live?
I don't know
Um,
about that, but yes,
It's
Is
probably a
this
bit of a
question.
delay.
Yeah. Like live TV is always like at least a 3-second delay, if
Yeah.
not like 5. So yeah. They
I'd
don't
say-
want to have another Janet Jackson mishap.
they always been doing it now, giving a 5-10 second delay, so we have chances to mute whatever.
Yeah, there's in case there's somebody that runs on the field like last year that nobody knew about.
Yeah.
So they can't air that. I mean, it's pretty obvious though. Sometimes that the players are just kind of looking around. They're just observing the field. Like they're not just observing.
They're all like all their heads
cut
are
grass.
moving.
They're observing some dude running across the field. But yeah.
Yeah.
I say Snoop and Dre come out to Nothing But a G thing. Like that's the whole opening of the whole song, the whole concert. They're coming out in one of those cars that are jumping and whatever, and
A
then
lowrider.
The lowrider with
in,
hydraulics.
hydraulics.
This man, this guy said a car that jumps.
Yeah. Oh,
Please don't drink today. Please. A
I
car
was
that
so
jumps.
I got
That was a total Fredo move, man.
man.
You pulled a total Fredo right there. God.
Oh,
All right.
I think I'm right. I think that's
Jumping
the G
car.
thing is the first one, and I think
Car that
Eminem
jumps.
comes out to Still Dre, and I think Mary J. Blige does her the man, and Kendrick Lamar. They have a song, a California song, together for him and Dre. So I think that's what's going to happen with that. And then I don't know what they're going to close with, but something with Eminem. Eminem's going to be the star of it because it'll be, as I said, top 5 rappers of all time. He's it. Dre's the best producer, but Eminem's it. I wouldn't be surprised if they bring out someone else.
They probably
Yeah. No.
wouldn't like
Yeah. There's gonna be a special guest something,
they always
and hopefully it's not just a hologram because that'd be stupid.
Everyone
Yeah.
would be like, really? California Love, really? With Dre? I mean, with
Mm.
Tupac. Yeah. Tell you, that's what's going to I probably just gave you the exact thing was going to happen at halftime right there.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, we were bringing that up. All right, cool. Let's get out of here, man. Been going for almost an hour and a half. Real quick. So we had a thingy going up. Where is it? The hell? Trying to do too many things at once. The poll. We had a poll. We got 7 votes in it. 71% said Rams and 29% said Bengals. So that was the poll we had up. Then also, big shout out to Braden. That looks like crap. I will fix that. That looks so horrible. But
Hey, look at the new logo.
he hooked up some new logos.
that new logo's
Which are
not even
awesome.
on our show yet.
Yeah.
I can't figure out
Not our-
this stupid. I'm done
We'll
with
get
that
it going.
program, man. I'm so frustrated with it.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it. But this is the schedule, the newer schedule, with some of the new logos. So big shout out to Braden for creating the new Panda and Grizzly and new Dynasty Pylon logo. They look
Yes.
freaking amazing, like amazing, legit. So thank you. So this is the new schedule that well, not really new logo for the schedule. The schedule's been going on for a while now, but but that's what it's at. So just wanted to say shout out to Braden because I know he's in here. So thank you for that.
Those are the live videos, the live times.
Yes, this
okay?
is the live
we're
schedule.
Always posting crap every day, but those are the live times.
Yeah, which I'm gonna add this. I'm gonna add like Nerd Huddle live schedule.
Because we're always posting every day. You're posting smaller videos throughout the week. I'm now putting out individual rookie prospects as we go. So yeah. So we're starting to get more shows. So make sure you check out all the Nerd Huddle down in the description. Dynasty Pylon, Nerd Huddle, and Spoiler Kings, all down there. So, but that is it from us, man. Let's get out of here.
Thanks, Bob.
And Bob Doe, what is up? All great across the board. Appreciate it, dude. Appreciate it. But yeah, all right, let's get out of here. Let's get ready for Super Bowl, and we'll see you guys back next week. And we're gonna do some awards for next week. That should be fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Go Rams.
Go Rams.
Go Rams.
Go Matthew Stafford. But thank you guys, and we'll see you guys later.
All right.